Oh, hi
Hola,
there.
¿qué tal todo?
I
Supongo
guess
que
if
mal
you're
si es que
watching
estás
this,
viendo este video. Si
maybe you
alguna
have
vez
felt
en tu
alone,
vida te has sentido sin
without any purpose
propósito,
or
rumbo,
direction,
una idea,
maybe
con
even hungry.
mucha hambre,
Now,
este
the
video es
solution
para ti.
for your problems
Te darás cuenta que
is
tu
just a few
propósito y la solución de
centimeters
tus
away.
problemas está a unos centímetros de ti. La ciencia nos ha demostrado que
Nowadays, science has given us a lot of studies, which tells us that 98% of people your age are searching for this completely spiritual experience that is related to past. Throughout this video, you'll notice that there's a place for you in this world, just as history has taught us. For example, taking this scenario, in the sports, we have interest and union generating teamwork in a field, a place where unbreakable bonding is created and truly motivated to sacrifice losers to our God. As well as for you, it's important what you eat. Having a diet based on pasta makes us feel improved spiritually and motivation not to fail with the educational condiments. These are just small ideas that may not be telling you anything. Let's better ask someone who can give us clear ideas of what is a real wellness and growth system.
I must congratulate you for taking this far. Also, I suppose you don't have idea of what we are really talking. So now it's time for a short story lesson.
In a first world country where there's a difference between the church and the government, it is forbidden to teach the public schools the realistic thought and fundaments of the origins of the universe, just as Pasta preaches it. All this desperation and ignorance finally ended one day in June of 2005, when our survivor and preacher, Bobby Henderson, rose up against the political regime imposed by the first world country, demanding that was called a sarcastic moment called Pastalafarism, to receive the same educational opportunities like other ideas. This, which is not just a theory but a reality, tells us that the universe was created by a giant flying amount of spaghetti and meatballs named Flying Spaghetti Monster.
It was him who created everything you see and perceive. We are convinced about what others call evolution, and it's not just a coincidence, but something he put here.
We have strong proof about the flying spaghetti monster had created the universe. Of course, none of us was there to see it, but such things as relativity, timing, or quantum physics are nothing at the eyes of this fiery deity. We have large volumes that explain his power in detail, saying this could be exaggerating a bit, since you can't describe his unlimited powers. Also, you would be surprised to hear that we are 10 million people that finally opened our eyes. We are usually very reserved because many people think our beliefs are not based on real proof.
Not everything are just ideas we must have in our hearts and diet. We must follow the big rules that aren't rules. We are calling these ones the 8 I'd really rather you didn't. The 8 condiments.
As everybody knows, these were given on top of Monte Pasta by the flying spaghetti monster himself to one of his most devoted followers, Captain Mosey, in 10 stone tablets. Back at Lausanne ship, Mosey lost 2 of these tablets in the ocean, and these were lost forever, and will be a mystery until the end of times. When he arrived at the ship, his crew presented the text as the 8 condiments.
I'd really rather you didn't act like a sanctimonious holier-than-thou ass when describing my noodly goodness. If some people don't believe in me, that's okay. Really, I'm not that vain. Besides, this isn't about them, so don't change the subject. I'd really rather you didn't use my existence as a means to oppress, subjugate, punish, eviscerate, and/or, be mean to others. I don't require sacrifices and purities for drinking water, not people. I'd really rather you didn't judge people for the way they look or how they dress or the way they talk or, well, just play nice, okay? Oh, and get this in your thick heads. Woman equal person. Man equal person. Sammy. One is not better than the other, unless we're talking about fashion, and I'm sorry, but I give that to women and some guys who know the difference between teal and fuchsia. I'd really rather you didn't indulge in conduct that offends yourself or your willing, consenting partner of legal age and mental maturity. As for anyone who might object, I think their expression is go yourself, unless they find that offensive, in which case they can turn off the TV for once and go for a walk for a change. I'd really rather you didn't challenge the bigoted, misogynist, and hateful ideas of others on an empty stomach. Eat and then go after the I'd really rather you didn't build multi-million-dollar churches, temples, mosques, and shrines to my godly goodness when the money could be better spent, take your pick, A. Ending poverty, B. Curing diseases, C. Living in peace, loving with passion, and lowering the cost of cable. I might be a complex carbohydrate omniscient being, but I enjoy the simple things in life. I ought to know I am the creator. I'd really rather you didn't go around telling people I talk to you. You're not that interesting, get over yourself. And I told you to love your fellow men. Can you take a hint? I'd really rather you didn't do unto others as you would have them do unto you if you're into, stuff that uses a lot of leather, lubricant, Las Vegas. If the other person is into it, however, person to number 4, then have at it. Take pictures and for the love of Mike, wear a condom. Honestly, it's a piece of rubber. If I didn't want it to feel good when you did it, I would have added spikes or something.
With all of this, I'm sure you don't remember that we are an educational institute, and you're probably wondering how this is done. We're taking you by the hand with our students so you can understand what we have to offer. About technology, our professors are focused in teaching our students to design different and innovative pasta types, using highly advanced programs to digitalize that could be the pasta that changed the world. The professors are focused in planning and transmitting to the students about condiments and story of design. In addition, we have different workshops that will make your abilities to stand out. In our science workshops, the students learn the principles of alchemy so they could create life and materials from pasta and little kids' blood. Talking about arts, our school takes care of teaching every method possible to vent your creativity. Thanks to the arts workshop, I could grow as an artist. And last but not last, the mechanics workshop.
This workshop is highly advanced since it opened yesterday. Everything has been a resounding success. In our first trail, everything was perfect. It won't be so long until we get onto universal competition. For all of this and more, you should consider to be a part of this big institution.